Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a couple weeks now since I've got to see y'all last. Um, like always, it's 8:20 in the morning. Just got off work, and I know I promised y'all the next video would be of the Ruger American Ranch in 7.62 by 39. I can't do it for you just yet. We're waiting on getting hay cut, so as soon as the hay gets cut and I can get down to the meta, I'll have that for you guys. But right now, I just can't. I don't have a shooting lane, and I'm not going to brush hog the hay just to do a shooting video. As soon as we get the hay cut down here, I will get a video for you guys. It's that time of the year. Any of y'all that grew up doing that kind of stuff, or you do that stuff now, you know how time consuming and hectic all that can be. But I figured we would do another video on a gun that's actually pretty special to me. We're going to do a pistol video. And not only is it a pistol video, but this is actually a gun that is a little bit dear to my heart. This was my grandfather's, and there's a story behind it, but I don't know the entire story. I'll try to touch on that here in a little bit. But guys, without further ado, this is a Smith & Wesson Highway Patrolman. It's chamber in .357 Magnum. Before you go messing with any firearm, make sure that it is unloaded. Now this is obviously a revolver. As you can see, they're all unloaded. Like always, visually, physically, and manually, expect that it's unloaded. I can see right down through all the cylinders that it's unloaded. But with that being said, this gun is actually very dear to me. This was the very first pistol I ever owned. Literally, very first pistol I ever owned. I got this pistol when I was 16. My grandmother was cleaning out my grandfather's closet, I guess you should say, and it's been sitting in his side of the closet. My grandfather died right after I was born, so that was 29 years ago now. And she asked me if I would like to have it, and of course, I wanted to have it. I mean, yeah, this is one of the guns where I never got to meet my grandfather on my dad's side, so other than I guess right after I was born, but obviously I don't remember that. So this is the one thing that I have of my granddaddy Han that I can appreciate. Now, when I got this gun, it was actually still in the cardboard box. I actually still have the cardboard box, but like any other dumbass kid, I took it out of the box, and I took it out of the paper that it was wrapped in. This gun was brand spanking new. Now, the story that I kind of remember my grandmother telling me about this is my grandfather, Granddaddy Han, was a carpenter. He was actually very high-end home builder and carpenter. So is my father. My father is a very nice high-end carpenter. And anyway, my grandfather was a carpenter. He did a job for a gentleman. I think my grandmother said he built an addition onto a gentleman's house, or built something onto a gentleman's house. And after the job was done, the gentleman didn't have enough money to pay my grandfather the full amount. So he paid my grandfather what he could pay him, and then he gave him this pistol for the rest of what he owed my grandfather. This Smith & Wesson, I know everybody, I've heard it called a Model 29 a few times, but this actual one does not have a model on it. All it says on it is Smith & Wesson 357 Highway Patrolman. All right, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it up on the barrel. It says 357 Magnum, 357 Mag Highway Patrolman on this side, and on the side facing me right now, which again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it says Smith & Wesson on it. This one is chambered in 357. You can shoot 38 specials out of it. I've only ever shot this gun once, and I was 17 or 18 when I shot it. My grandfather, the story behind the holster is after my grandfather got the gun, even though he never took it out of the box, he had a holster made for it. The holster actually has nothing written on it at all except 1965 is stamped in the back of the leather. I don't know anything about the holster. I don't know if my grandfather knew somebody and they made the holster for him. But the only thing stamped in the back of the holster is 1965. So, the gun, honest to God, I don't know a whole lot about these things. I don't know what they're valued at. The gun is in absolute pristine condition. This is actually the first time I've had it out in quite a few years now. I believe it's got a 6-inch barrel on it. It might be a 5-inch barrel. It does have, the one that I have, does have adjustable rear sights with your standard front blade sight. It's a six shot like any other one. But I figured I'd just touch a little bit on it. I don't know if this is something that interests you guys. I don't know, unless somebody actually asks me to do shooting videos on this, I probably won't do one. I just figured I would get it out of the safe. Like I said, I am the only one that's ever shot it. I shot a box of shells through it when I was 17 or 18, and now that I'm older, I absolutely regret it. My father actually asks me every once in a while if he can have it, and I've thought about letting my dad have it because it was his father's, and I know I'll end up with it again one day anyhow. But as of right now, this is like the one thing that I own that was my granddaddy Han's, and you can't replace this. I mean, anybody that has family heirloom sentimental value, you understand what I'm saying. But guys, like always, I don't know really what else to tell you about it. I just figured I'd get it out and show you guys. Like you can see, the bluing is in absolute immaculate shape. I was just a dumbass kid. I took it out of the box. I shouldn't have. Now that I'm older, I regret it. So, like always, guys, you are awesome. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions about it, leave them in the comments section. I'm in no means whatsoever an expert on these Smith & Wessons. I know I've heard them called a Model 29. There's no model on this thing. It just has Highway Patrolman stamped on it. So, whatever you want to call it what it is. But like always, guys, you are awesome. Like and subscribe. Until next time, we will get on this 7.62x39 video as soon as we get the hay cut, and I will see you later.